Good morning, all of you. Hi, I'm coming on today. My name is Ashley. I'm a higher self channeler, but I can channel. Well, as I was told by Yeshua when I first received my gift, I am what they would call a conduit or a receiver. So I have the capability of responding and hearing all beings, be it provided that they're on the light or the night side. I try my best to bring forth those that are, I would say, respectably in my circle. Like, that's why you'll notice that certain beings tend to repeat themselves because I work with them quite closely. So, one of the lovely beings that I work with that I'm so privileged to work with is Mother Mary, and or any other of the Sophiatic feminines for that matter. So, without further ado, Mother Mary, as I was walking home from dropping off my son, wished to come through with a lovely message. So, I'm going to be tapping into her today. But I do want to let you guys know I can tap into anyone's higher self. So, what happens is that the verse is what I do here. I scribe those ones. I guess I could channel in real time. However, I feel like I like to have that time with the higher self to kind of really get a better grasp, because when I'm channeling, it's hard to kind of really be there. So I don't really feel like I get most of the message. Whereas when I'm scribing, I feel very involved that way. So I just wanted, without further ado, I just wanted to explain what it is that I am, what I do. And Mother Mary wishes to profess a message. So let's get that started. So, children, I'm putting forth this message to you all today. I'm very blessed here as to where I stand to be here with all of you today. I truly do love connecting with all of you, as this is the less evasive way of doing it, for I could appear to anyone at any time. I do find that any proclamation I've ever made does come at a length and a lengthy progression and procession, where sometimes I just want a message to be relayed. So to use her in a way just to profess my message is quite splendid. I do want to say that the ridicule has not been unseen, unknown, and unreprimanded. There will be reprimandation for anybody or anything that has come into the midst of regale and or of beguilement. It is sad to say, after what we've seen in these last years, that humans, as dignified as they can present themselves in some circumstances, can easily be beguiled and fall short in many other ways. It is sad because you are truly holy beings, and yet you choose to lessen yourselves with all forms and fashions. We love you tremendously on the other side, all of us. Every single last one of us wishes for you to reach your optimum potential. And it is in that potential that you will find God, the spark, the all-in-one, the I am that you are. I truly love to come on because, much like Yeshua and much like Mother, Father, God, or the all are one, and much like all the other angels and saints and your ancestors that have come before you, we truly stand with you now. Know that this time is very precious, and know that this time is very special as you all are inside. If it was only to be known how special and beautiful you all are, none of this would be a problem. The outward world would not be a problem. You would not reach for these lesser demonic salvations that you all reach for, unfortunately. They are all a ruse. They are all an illusion. They are not real. And for most of you, you will have to come to that reality on your own. Because how would you ever know what is real from the fake if you don't find out for yourself? So when people ask, why is there so much hardship in the world? Please know that it is simply because that is the hardship you need to see in order to understand the goodness of God's grace. Because until you reach those lengths, you will not reach for anything else. You will think that that is how things should be. And I'm sorry to say that that's how humans work, but it is how humans work. We wish it was different. Most of you are looking for miracles. Most of you are looking for a difference of opinion to be scientifically proven a different way. And the thing is that how would one learn if we did it all for you? How would one learn if we just showed up every time you were in pain? It is not plausible for those of us on the other side or those of us that watch over you, because it is our truest wish and want for you all to claim your own sovereignty of yourself. And the only way to reach for your own sovereignty is to reach for you. If you never call on yourself or you never reach for your highest potential, how will you ever know what sovereignty is? How will you ever tap into the greatness that your soul represents? It is hard to say this, but it is also true. We must stand aside as you guys learn. That is the truth. We only step in fragmented portions of time simply to reignite and to reinforce what is already known and true in your heart. Sometimes people need that validation. However, what most don't realize is that they're so great at manifesting the negative. They're so great at it. That's why it's all around you. It seems so much easier for you all to believe that negativity can exist, and therefore it does. What most of you don't realize is that if you just truly put the faith that you have for negativity into us, or positivity for yourself, positivity for the world, positivity for the outcome you're most interested in seeing and receiving, the world would shape to your own wants and wills. But unfortunately, you will not see this until you come to that realization. You won't see this until you come to this realization. Most think that they have to look to God for miracles. The miracle is the one person who decides one day to change their perspective. That's the miracle. You don't truly understand. I could snap my fingers and make a lot of things happen. But let's say, for example, I did this and you are not morphed and you are not molded. Sure, you may be bewildered. Sure, you may be touched by this beauty in your heart. But did you change? Did you grow? Did you morph? The answer resoundingly would be no. These are things that only you can do and realize and discover for yourselves. So please know that if at any time you're looking for a miracle, you're looking to be saved, you're looking for this grand gesture in the sky, that is not going to change your situation. That is not going to make everything go away. That isn't going to be the last straw in a bad relationship that you have, or the last straw in a bad business reproduction that you're currently facing and in right now. The only way you get to those resolutions is by suffering through what you truly desire. When the desire is put against what you are suffering through, you would wonder and believe the splendor that comes from that realization. Because in an instantaneous moment, you decide that you want more. And when you decide that you want more, you reach for that sovereignty that no other being could ever provide. Even me, speaking through this vessel right now, will not be enough. It may trigger, it may point to, it may prop up, but it will never create the actual revealment that is inside of you. In order to truly do that, I am sorry to say, on this particular planet, in its formulation, the pain and suffering is one of the only truest ways to reach that formulation, unfortunately. However, if it does happen to you once, you can learn to do it again with minus the pain and suffering that you faced the first time, because you understand, let's say, how the algorithm works, or how it's all put together within your own soul practice. I do come on today because I do truly love you, and so do all of us on the other side. But I do want to let you guys know that this is not a time where miracles and spectacles and beautiful reproductions of self will be seen. I will be coming forward again, as it is my time to do so. Like I said, we do have to jump in here and there. As for Yeshua, he will also be reaching us very soon. As Mary Magdalene had described a long time ago, he is in the midst of reformation to be coming into he has already passed through utero. He has already grown. But the entity that is embodying his essence right now has not turned on. Once he does turn on, then you will see the splendor of his will. And I should not say any more about this because it has not come to fruition yet. I don't want to, as you guys would say, count the eggs before they hatch, because there is always freedom of choice. Should the vessel not choose to turn on or take on their own role, then that person will not be there. Not to say that Yeshua will not come through, however, in the embodiment self, no, he will not be embodied. He would have to come through solely as the consciousness, which is fine too, because there are many foot soldiers now ready and willing to take on that embodiment of self in order to satisfy and satiate God's will and Yeshua's will and the I am of all. Now, there is not much more to say other than that I love you and that I am always here for you. Should you ever wish to pray on me, pray to me, pray with me, I am here with you always. As the loving mother that you all know, as the loving mother of all time. Many mothers will unite in this moment in time, as there are many mothers suffering right now, especially in the Middle East, fighting for rights that they never thought they would have to fight before. And I call on to all of you, if you are hearing me now and you're not of the faith that recommends me, that is fine too. Most of the Abrahamic religions do understand who I am as Mary, Maria, Miriam, Mary, whichever way you want to put it, the Eternal Mother. I am here with you all, and I will represent and stay with you in this fight against those that are sadistic and choose to sully our children. That is not the goal. I will always be there to protect the children. So if you are of a different faith and you feel like you need to call on me, by all means, please do. The absoluteness is here. The unwavering faith is here. And I hope that you all have a splendid and wonderful day and or existence. I love you lots, and this is me leaving you now. Blessings to all. Amen. Tearing up. As a channeler, I do get to feel, it's hard sometimes to snap back into this existence, because when you're with the other beings of light, they're so profoundly beautiful in their heart and their soul that some part of me doesn't want to come back. And I will say that they all have the most and utmost love for us. Love that we may not even find in ourselves, and love that we may not see every day. So sometimes when you feel that warmth inside of you, or that proverbial hug from the other side that you may or may not get, but I think most of us get it. It is hard sometimes to come back to the reality where most don't feel this way. So I do show the tears because I am a realist. I do believe in exposing and expressing who I am in all facets. And if you are somebody that wishes to pray to Mary, please know she is a force to be reckoned with. I'll say that because she's very strong-willed and very strong, but she's also nurturing and like light and airy like a butterfly. So there's so many aspects to her makeup, and I just want to say that she is genuinely someone who loves us and wants the best for us. So whenever she calls on me to send a message, it doesn't matter who else wishes to come forth. I always will oblige and be there for her as she is for us and for me. So with that said, I hope that message found you well. And I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful rest of the week. I'll probably try to come on. I'm actually going to be presenting a reading that I did with one of my clients, recurring clients. And I'm going to be repeating those. You'll get to see that soon in the next day or so. Have a good one, guys. Love you lots. Bye for now.